I'm telling you, we're back, America. Speaking of kings, the Kings are back.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, segment 2.
We got a new sponsor.
We do. I threw it out.
All right. Well, on another night, maybe.
No, definitely.
We're not drinking your average diet soda now.
This is not a diet soda.
We're drinking a nutritional cocktail.
Yes,
mocktail,
yes,
if you will.
Yes, isogenics.
Mango mimosa.
The lifestyle changer, not diet. Nutrition system that has, I'll tell you what, it's wonderful, and he's getting a taste of it tonight. It's good stuff. In any event, welcome back to the sack.
I can see the pounds melting off. With every sip. With every sip,
a chin disappears.
There goes another. He lost a cheek. There goes an ass cheek.
There goes another. The redoubtable one himself, Tom Izzo, highly questionable, Arjun Miliaccio, segment 2, NBA update. Hey, I don't know if you know, but there are 2 basketball teams in this segment who appear legit now. There are no pretenders on this set.
That's correct.
The New York Knicks are rising,
surging,
proving. Surging might not be too strong a word.
Growing, evolving,
evolution. They look more and more like a team with each game.
Yeah.
They're overcoming bad halves and bad starts because they do other things well now that they didn't before. Yeah. So that what that means is they're not a one-trick pony anymore.
No.
And to me, that's that spells trouble. Because a team that can win in more than one way is not a team to be trifled with. So, and they are, I'll tell you now, the Knicks and the Sixers aren't scaring or lighting the world on fire right now. They'll tell you now, those two look like they can't figure out who the fuck.
Who in the Sixers? You said the Knicks.
I mean the Bucks, the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't know what the hell's going on with them. I knew they couldn't play defense, but oh my God. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what, I seriously, how the fuck. Yeah, look, I love Drew Holiday. I'm glad we got him. Are you telling me that one man can make a team go from an elite defense to this? Giannis is still out there, right?
I've seen what OG Anunoby has done for the Knicks.
Yeah.
And it's kind of incredible. And it's like, and here's the thing. The players that do that, they're not, like, if you saw them isolated, you wouldn't go, wow.
No.
But the way they connect the team.
I will tell you this, and I know
it's crazy.
I know this from experience, from my playing days. If there's a guy out there, you got a lockdown defender in your group, it is contagious. And I'll tell you why. Because nobody notices that shit more than a coach. And when you got a guy out there that takes pride in it, you better get in line. Because if you don't, you are going to be the butt end of a lot of jokes and a lot of film sessions. Because that guy out there, people talk about offensively guys can make guys look bad. Well, if there's a guy out there that's a stud defender, and my defense is more heart than talent, which is the other thing about it, okay? If there's a guy out there who's busting his ass and you got 2 guys watching, it's on the tape, there is nothing worse than that, and the whole team sees it, and the coach stops the frame. Yeah, look at you, these 2 dickheads over here with their heads up their asses. Well, this guy's busting his ass, and he's over here, he's jumping, he's calling up the screens. These 2 are over there with their thumbs up their asses, and you can see it, right? There's nothing worse than that. So I don't know if it's just the plug and play from Holiday to Lillard. I said Lillard couldn't guard a chair, and he better drop 30 a night because he's going to give up 30 a night. Well, he ain't dropping.
Is he dropping 30?
No, he's not.
I was going to say.
No, he's not. He's over 20, but he's giving up 28. So, and Brook Lopez is getting older and slower. So look,
he's getting dunked on by Wembanyama after hitting him with the around my world bonk. That was nasty.
I'll tell you what, that kid.
He did that on Lillard.
He went behind the back and then he dunked it on Lopez.
Lillard tried to steal it from him on a fast break. 7-5.
He basically
around the back, yoke in your face, Lopez.
I'm glad you brought that play up because we didn't really get to talk about it. But in that one play, Wembanyama exposed the Milwaukee Bucks for the awful defensive team that they are, and he went right at the 2 guys that I'm talking about. Lillard, Wiltshire goes behind the back,
Lopez
leaves
is usually a pretty good defender. At least by the rim.
He's old, man.
He is good.
Old. He's not. This kid dunked right on his fat head.
He's had a pretty good career.
He's had a good career. He's been good. Well, him and his brother both had good careers. They did.
Robin?
Yeah, Robin had a good career. He had a 12-year career. He was solid.
Really?
Yeah, he wasn't a bum.
Did he get more than 10 minutes a game?
He got more than, I think he averaged more than 10 points a game for his career.
Robin Lopez?
Yeah, he was a starter for a lot of his career. He was.
I'd be surprised if that's correct.
He was a starter for a lot of his career.
And if it is correct, I'll agree. That's a good career.
He had
any career in there.
He lasted more than 10 years.
No, that's great.
I mean,
that's great.
So, I mean, and he was productive. So, I mean, I don't know if he's still in the league. Is he on the bench somewhere or is he retired?
That's what I thought I saw him somewhere.
What team would he be on? What team was he on last? Do you remember?
No. Was he on the Bucks?
No, Brooke is on the Bucks.
I know, but I feel like he might have
Did
been
they
on
add
the
him?
Bucks.
Are you asking if they added him? Let me see, Robin.
It says Robin Lopez, Milwaukee Bucks center.
American basketball.
Yeah, right now he's on the Bucks. He's averaging 0.8 points. He's killing it.
On the Bucks.
He is killing it.
Career stats. Hold on. Now he's been playing since 2008. He's had.
You're right. More than 10 minutes a game.
Five seasons where he's averaged more than 10 points a game. He's had 3 seasons where he's averaged more than 9 points a game. And then he's had his rookie year where he averaged 3.1 because he only played 60 games. His career average is 8.4 points per game, 4.7 rebounds. So, yeah, he's had a solid career.
Solid. Not quite good.
Solid.
I mean, fuck, I'd take that.
If you average double digits, if you're in the NBA and you average double digits in 5 different seasons, you had a solid career. Because most guys don't do that, let's be honest. For every guy we hear about drops 30, there's 100 guys you never hear about that don't get to 5. Trust me. And they're not in the league very long. They're over in Europe. So, I mean, no, good. He's had a good career.
I mean,
solid
we think like 8 points a game, a block a game, 5 rebounds a game. Take that shit.
That's solid. Okay, again, he's a center. He's a limited center, but he lasted this long. He was productive.
All right, sorry.
Anyway,
we totally derailed.
Wasted time on him. The fact is, the fucking Bucks suck on defense. Okay, and the New York Knicks can play defense. And to me, this is one of those. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts. The Knicks had some sexy names and some sexy stats, 320 point scores on that, but they couldn't. He's talked about it. They couldn't guard a chair. Well, they moved one of those guys. Okay,
they weren't that bad.
They got a guy. Well, they look a lot better now than they did. They look legit now.
Well, it's so weird the way it almost feels like they know how to space the floor now on defense and offense.
Yeah, this is the other thing.
The teams they're playing against aren't getting as many wide open threes. Because remember how I used to always complain, like you could make 3 passes against that defense and there'd be a wide open 3 every fucking time?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
I'm trying to see if this thing's going to go dead on us in a minute. Because I don't see power coming in here.
It's not charging.
It's not charging somehow, and I don't know why. It's weird, America. You might lose us in a minute. I can't figure out.
We love
why.
the Knicks. We love the Celtics. Have a great night.
We don't.
7% remaining.
Oh my God, you idiot!
Let's just end
I'm an idiot. No. I know what I did wrong. I didn't plug it in.
Well, folks,
if you plug something in, America.
This segment brought to you by Ginkgo biloba. Be sure to take your Ginkgo biloba, or your brain might go to hell.
I think we're going to be okay. But anyway, the Knicks have moved up to. Are they 4th in the East now or 5th? By the way, Miami woke up.
There's a bunch of teams with like the same record.
Yeah, but they're moving on up. They're moving up. The Knicks are making progress here. The other teams are kind of spinning their wheels. The Knicks.
The Knicks have won 5 in a row. They play the Mavericks tomorrow.
This I want to see.
Crappy part is Luka's out.
I don't care. It's on the road. Win the game.
No, of course, but like I want to see them fully tested. Because
did they not beat Milwaukee?
Dude,
did they not boat race Philly?
They beat Minnesota,
who just took the Celtics to what? We fully tested. And they're getting tested for a week.
Minnesota, nobody was sitting.
I'm saying they've been fully tested for 10 days.
I think that was their first game with him.
Yeah, they beat Minnesota, who's the best team in the West. I'm telling you, the New York Knicks are
5th, tied with the Pacers.
Okay, where's Miami?
Miami is a half game behind them.
Okay, and they were
Cavaliers too are a half game behind them.
I'm telling you, the East is deep. The East is deep, but I think the Knicks of that
Magic
group,
are a game behind them.
I'm telling you that next 5.
Then it falls off.
Yeah, but that next 5.
Damn, the Magic are the 8th seed. That's pretty strong 1 through 8.
Suggs and Banchero. Talk about a nice young nucleus.
I gotta look at Suggs.
He was the point guard for Gonzaga when they were favored. They had home. The kid's a stud.
Let me look up his face.
Him and Banchero, Duke All-American, that dude who came out after his freshman year, he's 6'10". They got those two. They can build around that team for the next decade easy. They got a good. They're going to tell you the
Jalen Suggs.
Yeah, Jalen Suggs. The Magic, barring injury, are going to be here for a while, and they're going to get better. You watch.
Okay, maybe I remember.
In any event,
was he there with like Timmy and them?
Yep, he was there as freshman. He was.
Is that when they went to the finals and lost?
Yep, he was on that team. He was the guard. He was the point guard.
Who did they lose? They were undefeated, weren't they? Didn't they lose?
They had They were not undefeated.
No.
They lose in the Final Four. They didn't get to the final.
They didn't get to the final?
I think they lost in the Final Four. I believe.
Okay.
I think. But that kid,
would know.
I remember him coming out of college. I'm like, well, whoever gets him, because we weren't going to get him. Yeah. But I was like, that kid's a stud. He reminded me of another Dennis Johnson. He's that kind of dude. He's a game changer. And I swear, people keep going, well, how good was DJ really? Go look up his fucking tapes of Dennis Johnson. Go look at him D'ing up Magic and Michael in their prime. And then on the offensive end, he gives you 17 and 9. He guards those guys and then gives you 17-9. And he gives you 17-9 with Larry Bird standing next to him. I mean, and Kevin McHale on the block. I'm telling you, Dennis Johnson, who was a finals MVP, Seattle's only championship. He was the MVP of that team. Him and Jack Sickman, those boys, back in the late 70s. I'm telling you right now, that dude, DJ, Larry Bird said the best team I'd ever played with. That's it. So, anyway, but the Knicks are for real. They're climbing. I'm telling you, their best days are ahead of them.
I hope you're right about that.
I'm telling you that they play. I said that they didn't. The problem with them was I didn't think they could stop anybody. Now they can. And this kid gives you 15 on the other end, so he does give you offense too.
Yeah. The only thing that worries me about the Knicks is they're shooting so many threes right now. Now.
This is what the league is. The whole fucking league is doing.
I know, but it
is rare.
Here's why I'm not completely scared by it, because they're also moving the ball. They're also getting out and running, which is not.
They're getting good shots though. They're getting wide open threes because they're making the extra pass.
They are. They're getting good threes, and they're also getting out in transition, which I feel like I didn't realize they had the capability to really be like that. But against Philly is where it really came out. It was like, holy fuck. Like, Philly was fast breaking them in the first quarter, and they were down, I think, at one point by 10. And then all of a sudden, they started fast breaking. Yeah. Josh Hart came in, one of the bench guys, and just starts flying down the lane. It's like, okay, so they actually can do more than just shoot this three.
I'm saying they have more than one way to beat you, and that means they're legitimate. A legitimate team can win in more than one way. And that's why I'm telling you, they're going to finish in the top 4 barring injury. You trust me on this. Milwaukee's got problems they can't fix. Chris Middleton, by the way, is a shell of himself.
Yeah.
He is not what he was. And it doesn't look like he's ever going to be that guy
when
again.
He plays the Knicks, he looks good.
Yeah, well, you guys boat raced him anyway. So my thing is this.
The game before that, they beat us because of him.
Well, he hasn't. I saw him.
You beat him on Christmas Day. Though.
Yeah, you did. You beat him on Christmas Day. I'm just saying that the New York Knicks are going to be there, and they're going to be at least in the second round. At least in the second round, with a chance to get to the conference finals.
But that's the same fucking thing. If they're in the second round, it's the same fucking thing as last year, which I will be happy with. I'll be rooting my ass off.
If they run into Boston in the second round, that's not. But I'll tell you right now though, if they get in the other bracket, they can beat any of these other teams. The Celtics are the only team I can't.
But how do they get in the other bracket?
Get the 3 seed.
The 3 seed is
get the 3 seed. Or fall to 6.
Or fall to 6.
I think the thing is, look at all those teams.
Because
last
year is the 5 seed they avoided them. Is that because Boston was 2?
Boston was a 2 seed last year. Yeah, Boston pissed away that fucking. Oh my god. But Miami upset Milwaukee. It should have been a fucking cakewalk, but Boston didn't show up. So anyway, but this Boston team is different. Again, they proved it tonight. This team. Here's the thing about tonight. Boston was ahead pretty much the whole first half, but they thought they were going to boat race him, and they had him up by 12. And then Minnesota I'll tell you what, Anthony Edwards, man.
He's nasty.
He is a top 10 player in this league. He is a top 10 player in this league.
Top 10?
Top 10. Legitimately top 10. And by the way, Karl Anthony Towns is not far behind because I'll tell you what, him and Jason Tatum had a battle tonight that I was very proud of Jason Tatum tonight because this dude's actually bigger than him. And he made every big shot. He's a lot bigger. And Jason's 6'9". He's not small. This dude's Karl Anthony Towns is legit. Okay? And
he's a 7-footer, isn't he?
He's 6'10", 6'11". But he's wide too. He's wide.
He's big.
And he played at Kentucky. He's one of those All-Americans that Calipari found.
6'11".
6'11". Okay, so Tatum was giving up a couple inches and he had some weight to him.
248.
And I'll tell you what, him and Tatum put on a battle tonight. Now here's the other thing. Here's what I was really proud of tonight. Tatum not only found his huevos in the fourth quarter and overtime, thank God, because in the game in Minnesota, it looked like Edwards got in his head. Not tonight. Tonight he tried that shit, and Tatum responded like the guy that we think Tatum can be. Now, here's the other thing. Jaylen Brown took this guy on tonight. Jaylen Brown met Edwards. They were going at each other, and Jaylen Brown dropped 35. I'm telling you, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum tonight looked like that duo.
What did Edwards do?
He had 29, 30. I'll tell you, they went at each other.
Good.
He's very good, dude. There was a sequence there where he literally shit on both of them.
Dude, I like the final play of regulation or what I thought was going to be the game tying free throws for Tatum when he got the inbound off the side and in the corner, and he dribbled by Karl Anthony Towns, came back, shot fake, got him in the air, and got fouled.
Got the foul.
That was great.
Went to the basket.
Yes.
He finally was like, fuck this guy. He can't guard me.
Well, he ended with his mid-range.
Yeah, but he got to the basket. He went.
And then he fouled him.
Yeah.
He got him in the air. That was the advantage he had. I loved it. Now, he missed the second free throw, which sucks, but he was 8 for 8 at that point. And I was like...
By the way, Jaylen Brown didn't miss a free throw. He was like 9 for 9.
Awesome.
That's it. Finally, he made his free throw.
Tatum was 8 for 8, and it's like, all right, he was 8 for 9. Like, I can't crush him for that.
No, but it's when you miss him.
Right, I know.
But then there's this Derek White guy who keeps showing up when they need to make a play. It's not always.
He made a couple shit plays tonight.
He did. He looked like he's a little worn down. Why give him the night off and play fucking Porzingis? Fucking Christ. Dude, Derek White has never taken a night off.
There was one sequence where he had the ball, and he it was in the fourth quarter. Like, when they were like struggling to. I didn't think they were going to come back.
No, they were down 9.
Yeah, and I was
with
like,
4 minutes to go.
And Derek White, heads to the basket. And he's got the lane, but he spins to the inside and gets stripped. And I was like, what are you doing?
It was a Jaylen Brown turnover.
Yeah, it was.
It was Jaylen Brown.
Or like a Julius Randle kind of thing.
Yeah, it was a Randle
and
special.
I was like, what the fuck is he doing?
It was a Randle special.
There was a couple of shots in that sequence where it felt like they were chasing them with the 3.
Yeah.
Because Minnesota would come down, they'd hit a 3. Hauser hit a couple in a row, and then they're like, all right, shit, we got to keep hitting 3s with them.
When they
did, like,
just keep going to the basket.
There's 6 minutes left in the game.
Keep going to the basket.
But they're big inside, too, so it's not that easy.
Tatum and Brown are big.
I know.
And they can jump. They're athletic as hell. And by the way, Jrue Holiday posting up a 6'8" guy in the post. Jrue Holiday is a beast. He's a
Who's he posting up?
I forget, the dude was 6'8", and he spins him into the paint, hits a jump hook over him. And they were like, wow. When's the last time you saw that, America? Because the dude was good. He's like 6'8", and he backed him in. He dips the shoulder and backs up and hits a jump hook in his face. Yeah. This team that he says sucks.
17 on Denver?
17!
Is Denver coming off a back-to-back? What the fuck is going on here?
This team is better than people think.
Obviously.
I'm telling you right now.
They're showing me I'm a dumbass.
This team is better.
I mean, look,
than
honestly, I knew nothing about them. All I knew, at least what I heard, is they traded everything away. Or no. Cleveland traded everything to them.
Yeah. Yep.
Right?
Yep, you're right.
For Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
And also Minnesota traded them some good stuff for Rudy Gobert.
Yep.
So I guess they're finally reaping the benefits of that stuff?
Yeah, they are. I mean,
Clarkson's good. Sexton's good.
Yep. You look at
18
what the
over the Nuggets.
Al Horford 9 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, filling in for what's his nuts there for Porzingis. Cornette off the bench, 8 points, 5 rebounds. So the two-headed monster did their thing. At least held them off enough. But yeah, Tatum 45, Brown 35. Because and this is the thing. Tatum, to his point, when you go to expand it, I hate when they do this to you. They cut off half the stats, and you got to click on all stats, because if you don't click on all stats, they won't show the free throws. Okay, Jason Tatum, this is why I lose my shit. Because this is what these two can do. And Minnesota is one of the best defensive teams in the league. Listen to this. Tonight, from the foul line, Jason Tatum, 13 for 14. Jaylen Brown, 13 for 13.
Wow.
The defense rests.
They have the ability. They can do it.
They did this to Minnesota, who's one of the best defensive teams in this league. These two said, fuck you, and that's it. And that's what they can do. Think about this. 13 for 14. When's the last time you saw two guys do that? Okay, in a game. Against a defense like that. Okay? So this is what they're capable of. I said, when these guys decided to go to the basket and they split up, and they took their threes, to your point, they took their threes, but they mixed it up. They had balance. Boston went to the foul line tonight. They were 30 for 31 from the foul line tonight. That's why they beat this team. Because they couldn't outshoot them because they were just off. So to his point, you're right. They were chasing them with three. They're like, what the fuck are we doing? They adjusted. They adjusted in the game, late in the game, when they went to the basket, and that's how they eventually broke them.
Yeah.
So that's what they're capable
And
of.
they hit a couple big threes, too.
But it was all off of penetration.
Tatum, well, no. Did you see the one where Karl Anthony Towns came out on Tatum? Tatum did a little stutter, got him going inside.
Oh, they stepped?
And stepped back and hit a three. I think it made it like 107, 104.
That's his patent.
And when he did it, I was like, oh, fuck. And he drained it, and I was like, oh, shit.
He can, and that dude's 6'11".
Yeah.
But he can shoot over anybody. But I'm like, look, this is the thing with these two. When they go to the basket, they are unstoppable. Because you're going to have to foul them if they make their foul shots. Minnesota, all those guys played great tonight. Mm-hmm. I mean, there were guys, we were talking about this backup point guard's killing you. Everybody on Minnesota was killing you.
He kept hitting threes, and
he wasn't the only one. The backup center had double figures, too.
I was getting pissed because it felt like they hit 4 threes in a row, and I'm like, when are you going to guard the fucking three?
It was all of them.
And then I see where they're coming from, and I'm like,
all of them.
Well,
they're taking the ball out of Edwards' hands. They're trying to take the ball out of Towns' hands.
And
the other guys are.
Bonk.
But that's why Minnesota's legit, because they've got depth.
And then that guy, Kyle Anderson.
Yeah, him.
Slower than fuck. Circling through the lane, throwing. I'm like, shit, I guess this guy's good.
He's good. Look. Is Luka slow? Yeah, he's good. How about Jokic? He's pretty fucking slow, too. Unstoppable. Again, they play the game at their pace.
Dude, I can't remember who I was watching. It was one of these NBA shows. Mm-hmm. You know, either it was a halftime show or I can't remember what it was, but somebody was talking about Luka.
Yeah,
and they were like, "He's so good. He slows you down.
He slows you down
to play the way he plays.
Yeah, he makes you play, and Jokic does the same thing. They make you play at their pace.
Interesting.
Okay. There's another guy who used to do that. You guys know him well. His name's Larry Joe. Okay? He was the master of it. They used to call him the master of the half inch. Because you got a half inch on you, you were fucked. Okay, but the thing is, when you're a great player, you play at your pace. It doesn't matter what's going on around you.
You remember Zach Randolph?
I do.
He was kind of like, I mean, he was a big man.
Yeah, but he was
played
the same
kind of.
It's like, why does he seem like he's going so slow, but yet he keeps scoring?
Exactly. Why does he doesn't look that athletic, but he's out rebounding everybody on the court.
There's talent and there's skill. Skill trumps talent every day of the week. Trust me.
Skill with talent, though. Man.
That's the whole thing.
That's the beaut.
That's the beaut. So if you don't have talent, you better be tall. Okay, because tall can trump just talent. Okay, but the thing is, I love what the Knicks are doing. I mean, I hate it because now they're going to be in my fucking way. But the thing is, they're good. They're legitimately good, and they can beat you in more than one way. I love what the Celtics did tonight because this team punked them in Minnesota, and they were trying to do it again tonight. And Tatum and Brown said, "Fuck you." We're Tatum and Brown, and that 45 and 35, and they go 26 for 27 from the foul line. I'm telling you, you don't see that.
Yeah.
You don't see it. So
and they kept the undefeated home streak
17 and 0 at home.
Well, it goes back to last year too.
Yeah, but to start a season, though, they've now set the record, the Celtic record, because the 58 they tied the 57-58 Celtics. By the way, I was wrong. They lost in the finals. That team. That was the 8 games, the 8 championships in a row. The streak got broken. Then they went back to back after that.
Right, so this is the back to back.
Yeah. So anyway,
unless the Knicks squeak in there somehow. I don't think they will, but
I don't think the Knicks are going to squeak in. I think they're going to kick the door down. And by the way, this center that you like, not for nothing, I think he's going. He's going from the solid to the good category awfully quick. Awfully quick. If you've not, what's his name?
Isaiah Hartenstein.
The name sounds funny, but his game is not. I'll tell you right now.
I love the names. Frankenstein.
The kid, he's big. He's 6'11", 7 feet.
He's 7 foot.
Kid's legit.
He's like legit. Leading the league in steals.
He is the kid.
I think he might be second or third in the league in steals.
He plays D.
Yeah.
He's solid enough. He complements the other two very well on the offensive end. He's perfect for that lineup.
And he's one of those big men where you can bring him up towards the top, give him the ball, and he waits to find
he's good.
Cutter. Yeah,
he's a good offense. He knows how to play basketball.
Yeah,
he looks like he's been well coached. Okay.
Yeah,
from a young age.
Yeah, and the crazy part is, so they still might get Mitchell Robinson back at the end of the regular season.
That would be huge.
That would be huge.
Huge.
But I think they have to realize that Hartenstein might need a few more minutes. Or you might need to put them out there together.
Well, here's the other thing. People talk about the trade deadline, and I know it's next month, but there's also the mid-level exception where you can bring a guy in, a veteran. If I'm the Knicks and you can't make a trade to bring in another big man, there is the mid-level exception. If you can find a veteran out there just to come off the bench and spell this.
You remember when the Bulls did that with that guy Brian Williams?
Yep, it was a good
Remember
move.
that lefty
yeah.
guy?
Yeah, he played at North Carolina. No, he played at Arizona. He was an Arizona kid.
Did they?
Yeah, he was at Arizona.
And they gave him like a $15,000 contract.
Yeah, but he helped him win a championship.
Yeah.
I'm saying if the Knicks can find a guy like that, either trade deadline for picks or the veteran mid-league. A veteran would be even better because the guy's been around the league and he's a guy with experience who can.
Well, they brought in Taj Gibson, but that guy, I mean.
You know, he should have been better.
Taj Gibson?
Yeah, I saw him at USC. Motherfucker was I was like, whoever gets him. Yeah. And he went in the first round. But I was like, this dude, he was
Where
a
did
jump.
he go to the Bulls? Who drafted him?
I forget who drafted him, but he was
felt
high.
like he was just kind of like disappeared.
He whipped in the tournament, dude. He was amazing in the tournament. He got them.
I don't remember him in college.
He got them to the final 8. He was their best player, and they weren't slated to get that far. But they won 3 games, and he literally was the best player on the court 3. And he was out battling big men. He was played defense. I'm like, this motherfucker can play. Yeah. And he's been at least still in the damn league, I think. But
yeah, dude, the Knicks just signed him.
Yeah.
When Mitchell Robinson went down, but yeah. I think he might have left again. He was, he came in, he played some decent defense a couple games. Yeah.
I wonder how old he is. God, that was a while ago.
Yeah.
But I thought he was going to have a better career. He's still around, so he couldn't have had a terrible career. But I thought he was going to be better. But anyway,
but Hardenstein. I'm just saying, if Mitchell Robinson comes back, I think
that's
it
good.
seems like their team flows better with Hartenstein in the lineup. So I think you might have to adjust playing time. But you never go, oh, no, we don't need another big man. Like Mitchell Robinson is a good defender,
You can
too.
never have enough quality big men. Because it's still, in this league, you still need that dude who can protect the rim and make people think about it. Again, the three-point shot is the lowest percentage shot in the game. I don't give a shit what you tell me. Okay, and if you can take away the high percentage ones, it's very tough for a team to beat you. Mm-hmm. Honestly, Golden State's the only one I've ever seen do it, and they're fading. By the way, you didn't see what happened to them tonight. They were at home. The Pelicans showed up and bitch. It was a 4-beer. It was a bamboozled. They got bamboozled, bitch slapped, boat raced, and bum blasted all in one shot.
The bamboozling was highly apparent.
Yes, the bamboozling followed by the bitch slapping, which, by the way, seemed repetitive.
That was at Golden State.
Yeah.
Did they get beat by 40?
129 to 88. 41, Tom.
God.
41.
Shit.
Now, look, the Pelicans are a good team.
Draymond
but
Green can't mean
41,
that
he's
much.
not that. No.
He can't mean that much. But
you think he guards Zion right now? No fucking way.
No. Zion probably elbow the fuck out of him.
Zion might put him in retirement if he hits him. But because Zion's just a truck. I mean, and if he look at this it's the same thing. 2 years ago, if the motherfucker could ever stay healthy, they get in the playoffs with C.J. McCollum and who's the wing guy on the other side there from Duke, the 6'10" wiry kid who can play. What's his name? I always forget his fucking name.
In New Orleans.
In New Orleans, what's his name? It's what the fuck?
I don't know.
He averages 20 a game. He came out of Duke after his freshman year.
Ingram.
These three together.
The Lakers drafted him, didn't they? Or he was on the Lakers for a while.
I don't remember what happened to him, but when he came out of Duke, he came out after his freshman year. I'm like that. This motherfucker, you give him 2 years and he puts on some NBA, meat, some weight, and gets that. The kid had all the skills. He was just too thin. But he's
very thin.
He's rounding into form now, and I'm telling you, between him and McCollum, who was Lillard's running mate in Portland, and if Zion can stay on the damn court, they will not be a team you want to see.
Yeah,
in
Brandon
the
Ingram.
Brandon Ingram.
6'8", 190. Fuck, my phone died.
Yeah.
Now I do remember him in college.
Yes, I'm telling you, they'll tell you.
Good.
New Orleans is one of the big what ifs of this season. If they stay healthy, look out, they're a problem. But the Knicks, I love that kid in the lineup with them. He literally complements them.
OG?
Perfectly.
Or Isaiah?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them. They literally make that starting five a cohesive unit. The Knicks, the last 2 years to me, had a lot of talent, but there was something wasn't right. Yeah. They were not a cohesive unit. If they got hot or those three guys went off, they could beat anybody in the league. But again, this team, to his point, it flows. They look like they're on a string on defense. They're passing the ball much better on offense. The ball movement, I'll tell you right now, I've seen 2 of these games. They are passing way better than
for each other.
They're looking, they're unselfish, they're passing, they're cutting. The floor is spaced better. Everything about it looks better. everything about it looks better.
Dude, I didn't realize how big OG Anunoby is.
He's a big dude. Remember when he's walking up the court? I'm like, that's a big motherfucker.
You were like, is that him?
Yeah, I'm like, he's a big dude.
And then the other part of it, he's got hops.
Yeah,
like dude just springs real quick. Like
the dude has quick hops, quick ups. We used to call him.
I love it, and he's one of those guys who really shows no personality. Have you noticed that?
He just focuses. There's no emotion.
No emotion.
No,
yeah.
He's just. I love it. He brings his hard hat. He's one of those dudes.
But
he's a dog.
But I think
he's a dog.
That's just who he is. Because when they talk to him in the post game, he's like that too. Like like they were like, you got your first OG chance from the Madison Square Garden crowd tonight. How did that feel? And he was like, it was cool.
He pulls a Bill Belichick. Much appreciated.
Yeah, he was like, it was cool.
A lot of passion out of these fans.
And then they're like,
good to see.
So, what was it like to just be able to hold this team to 84 points tonight? They held the Blazers to 84.
Yeah.
He's like,
on the road.
No, it was in.
Oh, it was in New York.
And he was like, yeah, I mean, it was good. Wanted to do that. And it's just like, oh my God.
The black Bill Belichick.
OG. Like, I love you, man.
But OG.
I know you got some personality in
there.
No,
but he's business.
He is.
That's Jrue Holiday, by the way. That's Derek White. Those two talk like that. There's like we focused on this, we worked on that tonight. We should have done this better, but this is really what. But there's no.
How do you not show any joy or pain?
Because to them. And this is why I think you guys are in good hands, because that guy only and I've seen these guys before, and it's funny because they all have this same tone. They think about one thing:
basketball,
championship. It's all about the ring. They don't care about what happens in the middle of December or early January. They know they want to be playing in June.
Did OG win one with Toronto?
I think he was. How old is he? Was he there at 19 or?
Well, I think his contract's about to be up. My fucking phone died. So he's got to be in the league. What, his rookie contract's over.
Here, use this. This you can use. Just use that. USB port.
So, thank you.
Yeah, it's plugged in there, so just turn your phone on. So this thing's fully charged, so it'll give us some time. But anyway, no, the thing is, he has, and every team that's successful has a couple of guys like this, okay, where they're just kind of like, they're all business. You don't know if they're up 20 or down 20. It's all about, okay, we need to focus on this. Yeah, this was pretty good tonight. Could have done better. But you almost sound like when they talk, they sound like they lost.
Right.
Even though they may have boat raced somebody.
They sound like they don't even enjoy what they're doing.
It's business. It's like we haven't got, and they're trying not to say it. Like, talk to me in June. Talk to me. I want to be. We're playing at the end of May. Then we got something. Then we're in the Final Four. That's something to talk about. This right now, we got to get there. This is a stepping stone. That's how they look at it. It's a progression, and that's why I think this bodes well for you, because I think now you have a guy or two like that on your roster. That makes the Knicks dangerous. Because I didn't think they had a guy like that before. Mm-hmm. At least not. I didn't hear anybody like that. But he sounds just like it. So this OG guy. So,
it's very just.
Yeah, and he's a big motherfucker. He is.
Big dude.
So the Knicks look like they're going to be rising. We'll see what happens at the trade deadline. We'll be updating you on these guys throughout the season. But Boston had a big win tonight, and Tatum and Brown finally look like that's Tatum and Brown. And they did it. They did it against the best team in the West. So that's a statement. There's a statement win for the Celtics tonight. They did not have Porzingis. Look, Gobert didn't play. He's good defensively. Gobert is not going to drop 25 or 30 on you on the offensive end like Porzingis could, and has done already this year. Okay, the game the Celtics lost the other day in Indiana, he had 34. Okay, so no, Porzingis does that on both ends. That's why he's a much bigger loss. Okay, because Gobert's 10 points a game, Porzingis is 20 on average. So there you go. So good win tonight for the Celtics. The Knicks are Dallas tomorrow night.
Dallas tomorrow.
In Dallas.
In Dallas.
Okay, Luka is definitely out.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Unfortunately, this is a game the Knicks should win handily. Yeah. And I get his point. I wouldn't mind seeing Luka, but they've already beaten Minnesota, who's better than Dallas by leaps and bounds with everybody.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to worry about that. They've proven it to me already. But this is a game they should win.
I wonder if Anunoby's going to try to guard
Kyrie.
Now
that would be interesting.
That might be tough for him because Anunoby's 6'7".
Kyrie's 6'1".
That's a tough guard.
Tough guard. I mean, he's quick.
Yeah.
The thing about guarding smaller, quicker players, you have to use your wingspan to make up. I always call it the two-step rule. You got to use that advantage to back up, to make them think about the shot, but don't get too close because they'll go by you.
Right.
Kyrie to me is a step and a half quicker than this guy.
Yeah.
So if he knows how to play that wingspan, he can keep him in front of him. Mm-hmm. But here's the thing, and even now they fall for this. These guys start doing what I call dancing. Mm-hmm. I used to dance too, the dancing, and these motherfuckers start reaching. Why? He wants you to reach. If you don't reach, you can't go anywhere. He ends up taking a contested jump shot. And that's what you want to make Kyrie do is let him do all that shit, but just keep your hand right there and go, are you going to shoot it or are you going to stand there and dance? Because I ain't going for the ball. He waits for you to reach, and then he gets you. Yeah. But if you don't reach and you're 6'7", this kid's a leaper, make Kyrie shoot over you and watch what happens.
Yeah.
That will. And by the way, I hope he does go because then we'll get to see it if he does play him like that. If he gets all up in his face, no way. No bueno. Yeah. Kyrie will go by him. Can't do it. Can't do it.
I think he's a smarter defender.
I think he's a smart. I want to see this because honestly, it's a great teaching tool for kids. Like, see how this motherfucker uses what he and uses that wingspan. That to me would be great to see, especially on Kyrie, who's a great one-on-one playground type player. Yeah, you know, he's one of those guys you don't get in his face.
Yeah, they might try Deuce McBride on him. I mean, he's the backup guard, but he's a good defender.
Yeah. By the way, while we're talking to you,
good gracious,
the Utah Jazz are we have an alert? Is it an alert? We have an alert. We have a bum blast alert, right?
Yes, it's 1 point from a warning.
It's 1 point from a warning. Utah is 73. Denver 53 in the third. Denver, as you know, defending world champ, currently number 2 seed in the West, was looking to pick up a game on Minnesota tonight because they thought the Celtics might win. And unless Jokic becomes Jokic, well, now it's 18. We're going to keep you updated on this.
Just remember what they did to the Warriors a couple nights ago.
Problem is
they were down 18 in the fourth,
and they came all the way back because the Warriors can't guard a chair.
Jazz.
Man, that was on Jokic.
He just
Jokic.
He did a little up and under.
Jokic.
Who was that?
Collins is his name. This dude right
Jason Collins?
I don't know, but it's Collins. Jokic trying to return the favor.
Oh, he picked his dribble up.
But yeah, he did double team. Got to go back to him. Down there.
Once it, he got position.
Yeah. Bad pass. Murray's got to take a better angle. He knows better than that. But yeah, this game is in Utah. The Jazz, after getting boat raced by the Celtics, have gone back-to-back, beat Philly and Milwaukee on the road.
Here's his move. Oh, no.
No, it's right. Where is it?
No, it's not there.
Wait. Is this it? Here it is. No. I don't know what they were showing.
Oh, it's here. No, it's there.
No, it's nowhere. Double team, kick out to the shooter. Good reversal. That's good ball movement by Denver. So you got to make that shot. You're open. So Utah up 20, and they are looking for more. Here's this Collins guy again, going right at Jokic. Oh, who was that?
Is that Sexton?
I don't know. Is it?
It's Colin Sexton.
He came from Cleveland. He was good.
Yeah. He's a Kentucky guard, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he was.
Yeah?
You're right. Yeah, he was a Kentucky guard.
He's not that big to be tip dunking like that.
Dude, he's from Kentucky, man. All those Kentucky kids.
That's true. Those dudes can jump.
Dude, that's a tough move. He almost got that.
Look at the fucking hops on him.
Utah is not devoid of talent, America.
Was he?
Yeah, Kentucky.
He was? Okay.
He was, yeah.
For some reason, I was starting to think like UCLA or
Kentucky.
something.
He was Kentucky. No, Jrue Holiday was UCLA.
That's right.
He was UCLA. I'm telling you, what's his name? Jaime Vasquez, the dude in Miami. He was UCLA last year. Jorge Vasquez.
I know, but I'm thinking of older guards from UCLA.
Yeah. Oh, God, it's been a while. Missed that one. Utah by 21. You know,
I'm interested to see if Nuggets can come back.
Something's going on with Denver.
Is there?
Yeah, I think there is. Because, they came back, but that's Golden State. Golden State stinks. If you didn't see that game tonight, Golden State stinks.
They shouldn't have been down to him.
They shouldn't have been down to him at all. They fell asleep because it's Golden State. But see how quickly they came back.
Did they also recently lose to somebody else that was
Minnesota beat them twice in the.
They're good at least.
Yeah. Well,
I thought they lost to another team that I didn't.
Did Dallas beat them? I have a phone that's not dead. I can actually look at this. Did hold on? Let me see. It was. Let me go back to them. So Denver.
Who's marking it? Man, they're just giving up layups.
Yeah, it's the defense is terrible. And again, Denver. They were a better defensive team. They don't look good on defense this year for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. What's going on? But when you look at them, Denver's 26-12. You look at the schedule.
Jazz team.
They lost to Orlando.
By 2. So that's not a bad loss.
It was at home. Shouldn't have lost to Orlando at home. If it was let me verify that. I could be wrong. Hold on. Well, it says verse. They were home because they're at Utah.
Well, whichever team's on the right is at home. So where was it?
It was. Here's the schedule. They lost. Their first loss was at Minnesota. They lost to Houston. Ime Udoka, coach of the year. Hello. They lost at New Orleans. Lost at Cleveland. Lost at Orlando. Lost at Houston.
Cleveland.
Lost at Sacramento. Lost to the Clippers, who are good. Houston, again, good. OKC twice. OKC boat raced them, 119-93. That was back on. That was the on the 29th of December. Then they won 2 in a row. Charlotte stinks. Came back on Golden State, and then Orlando beat them the other night at home. And they beat Detroit because everybody beats Detroit.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Something's up with them, and they're healthy. Murray's out there. Jokic's out there. Everybody's out there. This kid can play.
Why do we keep seeing replays of this?
I don't know because they see if it's intentional. I don't know.
Oh my God! It's a fucking wrist foul.
Oh, wait a minute, America. Hold on. What do you say?
Apparently, we saw it differently. Sometimes we see one thing, they see another thing. I thought what you had said was exactly what we had witnessed, that there was a pull down to an airborne player. I mean,
Oh, that's a flagrant one if you pull him down while he's in the air.
And there's the pull. He did not let go. But
it's like the Jaylen Brown play the other day where they said he didn't get hit in the head, and the replay clearly showed he did get hit in the head.
So they're saying they went to the replay and said, nope, there was no pull down.
No.
But there is clearly
a pull down.
I mean, okay, so to me that didn't look flagrant, but if the rule is...
You can't pull him down. If you
can't pull him down.
Because, again, when they're there, they're considered defenseless.
Right.
You can't. And that is true, by the way. Okay, I broke my neck on this, so I know better than they do. Okay? Damn, they're up 23.
And I mean, it doesn't even feel that close.
It does not. And the Denver Nuggets have everybody. Everybody's playing.
Yeah, there's Porter Jr.
Yeah, Porter Jr.'s out there.
There's Jokic, there's Murray, all three of those guys.
Yeah, all those studs out there. Murray.
Maybe they're having...
There's Gordon. Gordon's out there. Gordon had like 40 points the other night. Sexton.
Sexton is just going at
Dude, he is attacking.
Yeah.
Like, he's a fucking...
How tall do you think he is? 6'2"?
6'5" with the afro.
Seriously, though.
6'2", maybe 6'2", 6'1", 6'2".
Playing bigger.
Boom.
Is that Porter?
That's Porter Jr. So it's 20. But there's a lot of time left. Look, there's 9 minutes to go.
They gotta wake up.
They gotta wake up because Utah is not taking their foot off the gas. This Collins kid missed that one.
Okay, shoot him back in.
Shoot him back in it. Yeah. It was wide open. I mean,
sometimes you gotta take the shot.
Oh, here we go. It's getting physical. Jokic is going down the post. The big man balling.
Mark it in with the curly hair. Oh, he's from Finland.
He was in the military, so he's no joke.
Oh, that's not true.
Huh? He's in the military.
Plenty of jokes in the military.
He's playing military jokes.
Right.
But the military ain't no joke.
Well, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If you're in the military, and you're tough. You're pretty tough.
That's not always true.
Really? How many pansies do you know are in the Army?
What?
Pretty much, they kind of weed them out like in the first week of boot camp. They may enter, but they don't leave.
I'm just saying, there are pansies in every part of the world.
Usually the guys in the military that are pansies don't make it to graduation.
I'm one of them, so I know. I know a pansy when I see one.
I know a pansy when I see one.
I know a softy when I see one because that's exactly what I am.
know puppy poo when I step in.
I can spot you from a mile away. I've seen them all.
Anyway.
And I've had them all across the world. Johnny Fontaine will not get that part.
You had to go with Johnny Fontaine.
Yeah, I don't know why that came out.
That olive oil skin of that guinea chop is why that came out. That's what happened.
And he ruined it.
He ruined her. And by the way, she was the best piece of ass he ever had.
He didn't.
And he's had them.
You didn't have to say that.
He's had them all over the world.
I already said I had them all over the world. I cut that part.
But he's had them all over the world.
I cut that part of the scene.
Do you really think he's had them all over the world, though?
I hope not.
think
because
there've been
he was
a slight.
Disgusting old nasty
He had a rug.
Yeah.
There was
he was
nothing,
just a rich son of a bitch.
Yeah, the best thing about him was his bank account.
And I hope a bunch of women around the world didn't have to experience that crap. God.
Don't tell me they all look like this girl that Fontaine wrote.
Exactly. I mean, give me a break. You're a rich guy. You're not even good looking.
I mean, come on. Oh, Sexton.
Oh! Dude! All over Aaron Gordon.
Dude, he took Aaron Gordon to the cleaners.
Hold on. Maybe that wasn't Aaron Gordon.
Well, was somebody tall? That's Aaron Gordon.
That is him. Yeah,
that is him.
With the dreads.
With the dreads, yeah. He took him to the cleaners.
Yeah, and that guy's much taller than him.
As Bill Raptor would say, he left his laundry on the deck.
What's the height differential there?
I don't know.
And, oh, my God. And then he just...
Why are you kicking out? You better make that because he should have dunked it on.
Who was that guy?
I don't know. Gordon with the assist.
Gordon's a big guy, right?
Dude, all these guys with the dreads, they're smoking weed. They are.
I mean, you don't have to be...
I'm not mad at them. I'm hoping they probably get some good stuff.
No, I'm just saying... I don't care what you got. If you're playing in the NBA, there's a high percentage.
No,
that
I'm just saying
weed.
80%, by the way. 80%. You hear that?
And good-
80% of this
and
league
good
smokes
for
weed.
them.
That was true back in the 80s and 90s. I know it's true now. No, good for them.
Yeah, I don't care what your hairstyle is. I don't care what
By the
your
way,
I don't care what your race is.
If you think about it, though,
80% of
if
that
you
league.
play 48 intense physical in that league, you need a little calm down after it's over.
Dude,
a little
I
help
would
me
assume
sleep.
football players
Oh, hell yeah.
do it like it's going out of
Oh,
style.
on Sunday night after the game, they're sitting with all the ice packs
Yeah.
on them, and
Their
especially
body feels
the
terrible.
defensive line and the offensive line. Those freaking guys,
Yeah.
they're wrapped in ice for like 2 days after the games are over. Yeah, they're definitely
It would
absolutely
be perfect.
Absolutely. I mean,
Like, you need to unwind. You need to slow yourself down a little bit.
yeah. I mean, listen. I mean, if
Little
you're not
indica
if you're
when
not
you get
on
home.
board with this yet, America, just get on board.
Yeah.
It's so much more fun when you are.
And if you're not, just eat a gummy.
Yeah, gummies.
You might not want to smoke it.
Mad
but
Dog.
Eat a gummy.
Mad Dog may be a mad dog, but he ain't wrong about this. Okay, but again, he only eats the half gummy. He takes the half gummy Saturday
Well,
afternoon
he's probably got
with his
strong
cocktail.
gummies.
He's got he's getting the best.
He's probably got strong
getting the
gummies.
best. He's getting
I don't
the
think he's cutting a 25
No.
milligram in
No.
half. He's probably cutting like a
Yeah.
100 milligram one in
You
half.
know, Mad Dog's getting the best.
And then he's following up with the scotch.
Couple of yes, the scotch.
Drinking a Godfather.
See, the thing about it is, when Mad Dog says that, he can't say anything wrong after that to me. I'm just, I love Marcus Spears' reaction. Marcus Spears,
That was the best.
Oh yeah, he's like, you're my favorite person on this. on this
He was so
network.
excited. You're like, what?
What?
Mad Dog
He
eats
jumped up, and
gummies?
Stephen A. Smith was just like, and he's going, I know he's thinking, I'm trying to tell these people to stay off the weed, and this motherfucker's taking fucking gummies.
Dude, I know Marcus Spears was like, oh shit, we got to smoke together.
Oh, yeah.
You know he thought that
I'll bet they
instantly.
have. I'll bet they have. Since
probably
then.
have.
I'll bet they have.
They probably had before that.
I'll bet they
Although, I don't know, that reaction was so genuinely joyful. That must have been the first time he realized that Mad Dog did weed.
No one knew. Stephen A. Smith probably knew. He
That's
must,
what- that's
because
what-
he's just like,
No,
you
if-
said that on the
You're
air.
really close to Mad Dog.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know what
You
he's
know his-
about.
yeah.
And then from what I hear about him, he was involved with bookies and
Oh, he
gambles.
still gambles.
So the
He
fact
still
that-
gambles like
the
a
fact
mad-
that he
Yeah.
eats a gummy and drinks a cocktails, it's
couple
pretty.
of scotches on a Saturday. I'm watching my game.
He's like, I'll mix up a cocktail. It actually, the picture he painted,
Yes, it was wonderful.
it made me want to be there. Like,
Yeah.
I was like,
Can you
"Fuck,
imagine?
We should do that this weekend.
We should. That's like an every Saturday thing.
Ugh.
And especially with college basketball heating up. Do you know how many great games starting now? Every Saturday is going to be loaded.
The gummy with the cocktail or the beer.
Or the beer and
It's
the college hoops all afternoon, and then you get the takeout or something
When
like
you
that.
hit that one line,
Yeah.
because the gummy does something to you,
Yep.
then the cocktail or the beer straightens you out a
Straightens you out
little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
Kind of levels you
And
off.
if you can
But it's that, if you
can
find that happy
maintain
medium,
that,
oh my God. You forget you're on Earth. You're like,
a
wow,
beautiful thing.
I hope this is heaven.
I mean, yeah, it really is.
I hope it's like this. No, it's
So
no.
after
it's,
this episode, we'll be airing our intervention.
yes.
Dear God, the addict nature. I'm not addicted to anything. What do you mean?
No, I mean,
And just like that, it was heaven.
look,
I thought it was Milwaukee.
it's been said for a long time. I wasn't the one who said it, but think about all the great music as a result of marijuana. Think about all the great, all-time great songs as a result of marijuana. Just right there alone. If you like, everybody likes music. I don't care who you are. Everybody likes music, okay? And trust me, every fucking hit has a marijuana story behind it. It's unbelievable.
Imagine if
Unbelievable.
even if like opera shit.
I'll
had
bet-
that.
I wouldn't put it past
If you
him.
like talk to an opera singer, like, well, not sure how I came up with it. Blasted a joint, and next thing you know, Ave Maria! Oh! You're like, dear God, it was weed behind
Next thing
that
you know, we're at the
picture."
Hollywood Bowl with a whole orchestra.
The next thing you know,
Everyone's dressed up in ridiculous gowns coming to see us, and they're clapping like this
the next thing you know, I'm singing in Italian.
and making
Ciao,
sense.
Bella.
And making sense. Couldn't make sense in English, but goddamn it, in Italian, I weave a tapestry.
Ave Maria.
It's just yeah, Ave Maria. I'm just, but that's the thing. Like in the NBA, the thing is, kudos to the league officials for never testing, never testing them, because they knew. They're like, you know what? And again, when this is how bad it was. When Michael Jordan's doctor is prescribing him 4 beers before he goes to bed, because he couldn't unwind and sleep. Who's gonna bat an eye?
That's true.
That's a true story. Michael Jordan could not sleep, and the doctor asked him, "Do you drink alcohol?" He's like, "Not once in a while, but not really." He goes, "Well, start." He's like, "What?" He goes, "After every game you play, have 2 or 3 beers to take the edge off, and you'll fall asleep." And Jordan looked at him like he was crazy, and he started doing it, and he started sleeping better because he couldn't unwind after a game. Win,
That
lose, or
did
draw.
not sound like good advice, but I guess
it worked.
it worked for
No,
him.
no, 2 beers ain't gonna hurt him.
Comes out now that Michael Jordan has liver problems because this doctor described him 4 fucking beers a night.
He didn't
82
drink
nights a
He
year.
didn't drink the first 27 years of his life, but
Now his liver's destroyed.
now he's got cirrhosis.
They trace it back to some advice a doctor once
some
gave.
crackpot doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombach. I can tell.
Vinny Barbarino.
Vinny
Oh, come on, Jokic.
Oh my
The
God!
fuck are you
Denver
doing?
trying to make a run.
No, you never saved the ball under your own basket.
Even he knows that. He's never played beyond high school.
Fuck.
Never saved the ball. This was Jokic too.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck?
I don't know.
First of all,
He threw it right to a Utah guy.
yeah,
under the
first of
bench.
all, he got stripped for no reason.
Oh, big
He
shot.
watched while the ball bounced around. Then he dove, kind of half dove for it, and threw it under his own hoop to whoever the fuck for it.
Brown, 35 points and 11 rebounds.
Wow.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown. I'm telling you.
Tatum had a good night too.
Yeah, Tatum showed up. Sabonis, this Sabonis kid is nasty. 24,
You see what he
10,
did the
7.
other night?
Yeah.
It was like, like
triple-double.
Yeah, like 37 or 47.
He had a bird like triple double, like 37,
Yeah.
18 ribs, and
Yeah.
14. Something stupid like those are bird numbers. I
Oh,
was like,
come
good
on.
shit. Utah, I mean, Denver's trying to make a run
He
here.
looks tired.
They do. Utah, brick. Oh no, box. Jokic, you got to box out.
So I'm saying he's standing there.
Yeah, he looks tired. The thing is, did Denver play last night?
Let's look at that, because I wonder if they're... I mean, they're in Utah, so I would think they
Well, the
did.
mountains. Tell you what, that's one of those Denver situations. The mountains up there are real. But a nice shot by Murray there, the guard. One of the best guards in the world. That dude. Nobody talks
Yeah,
about
Jamal
Murray.
Murray's a beast.
He's a beast, Jamal Murray. He was one of the big reasons they won the title last year.
So we're looking for Denver.
He was the best guard in the Western Conference playoffs by far. But yeah, they're making it. It's 84-71. 5 minutes to go. Sexton 3. Oh my God, this kid. No, I'm sorry,
No,
George.
George.
Who's
George.
George? Who the hell is George?
So they beat Detroit Sunday.
Yeah, so they didn't.
So they've
They
had
played. They have 2
days
days
off.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
that was a home game, too.
That was I don't know.
Okay, so now they flew to Utah.
But they're in the mountains too. That doesn't affect them. Oh no, did he get the foul? He got the foul. Did he travel?
Looked like he took too many steps. He wants the shot.
He wants the shot. They calling it on the ground? Yeah, George. Look at this. Steps right
Who's
into it.
George?
I don't know. They
They
drained
pulled out
that.
some pretty rotation.
I'm
on
telling
it.
you, dude can shoot.
That thing was...
Yeah, that dude's got no shit. He's legit. They
What do you prefer? The sound of the swish on a a nicely hung net, or a chain net swish? 2 very different sounds, but can be equally as satisfying.
the chain net is better because usually you're overcoming some sort of elements to get that. Okay,
But I'm talking about just hearing the
if you're
sound.
playing on the beach, to quote, Wesley Snipes in White Men Can't Jump, the wind might blow the ball about 6 to 8 inches to the left. You might want to aim a little bit. And by the way, that's not an exaggeration. I've played on the beach. It's true. And you have to adjust to it, by the way. There's an art to it. So that, to me, because when you're indoors, and listen, there's nothing wrong, that swish indoors where it's like almost doesn't even hit the rim. Oh, no, that's amazing.
Oh yeah, I'm talking.
Yeah.
And you hear it go
Yep.
like it.
Yep. And then it comes right back out and
Right.
spins back to
It
you. It's
spins
like,
back.
like it knows where its master is. Oh, yeah.
So when you hear the clink
Yep.
of the
Oh,
chains,
that was a big man.
God,
that was
marketing.
That was marketing. I'll tell you, that dude's
But
tough.
he was on that smaller Kansas guard.
And he did what he was supposed to do. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm bigger than you, and you can't do anything about it.
I'm just going to drive right to
I'm
the
going to go right there. I'm going to put my elbow. Look at
I'm
this.
fake, no.
Shoulder into him, elbow. Yeah, get out of my way, little man.
Stay with the left.
And that's Braun from Kansas, who's no slouch.
But he's
6'4".
giving up. Yeah, he's giving up a lot.
6'4",
of inches
6'5". That dude's 6'10", 6'11", without the hair. With the hair, too. He's got a perm going on.
Looks
It's
kind of
weird.
like a bird.
It does.
Big birdish.
It does look
Although
like...
Brooke Lopez could kind of look like that sometimes.
No, he looked like Sideshow Bob. Because his hair was...
No, that's Robin.
Oh, right. Yeah, Robin was the wacky one. Tell you what, talk about a guy who smoked weed. Robin,
Again,
Robin looks like...
most people on this NBA.
Robin's the kind of guy, like, a bus pulls up, and you can't see the windows because it's just, there's fog in there, and then he's the first guy off the bus.
No, he's a
And
last
you're
guy.
like-
He's a last guy. Everybody else is getting up, and he's just.
Well, he's
sitting in the
either
snow.
he's the dealer, first guy, or he's the buyer, last guy. He's one of the other.
These
He's the
guys
best.
aren't dealing.
But the whole thing's cloudy. You can't see inside it, and this motherfucker walks out the bus.
All right, it's hit me.
It's what?
I gotta. It's over. I gotta go to the
It's
bathroom.
over. Oh, Camel.
It's almost
All right.
midnight.
We'll be back
on.
Friday night. Pick segment, wild card weekend, NFL, and college basketball. We'll give you a preview of that coming up. So until then, we'll see you in about 48 hours for the redoubtable one, the Camel, Tom Izzo. Tom the Izzo Camel.
I thought you were gonna call me a camel toe.
Tom the Camel Izzo.
Camel Tom?
Okay, and we'll also, if anything, hey, by the way, if Robert Kraft grabs a pair, we'll let you know on Friday.
Tom Camel.
Tom Camel. Tom Camel? Camel Tom?
Remember Joe Camel?
Yes, I do. Anyway, until then, the Redoubtable and Highly Questionable, we will see you guys Friday night. It's Thursday tomorrow. The weekend is upon us. Let's power through. See you in about 48 hours. Oh, wait.